Hey guys, as always, a little intro here. I decided to upload this video to YouTube because it kind of showed how important the early game is, and that just one real small mistake, well, I guess it wasn't a small mistake, but it was a misclick, but the consequences that one mistake can have for the rest of the game. So that's why I decided to upload this video. Hope you enjoy it, and see you guys later. Let's jump right into the first game, and hopefully we can play at least 2 games. So yeah, let's get into it. I want to check if the stream quality was okay because last Friday we had some problems, but for now it seems to be correct. And yeah, we still want to have. Well, it would be nice to get 2 wins in. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think I would go back up to 1200 Elo then. And yeah, that would be nice. So yeah, let's get into the first game. It's a regular game. Still, we haven't had a Harbor Master game. I'm sure it's in my settings that I want to play Harbor Master games as well. And we got first placement this board, so let's analyze it. I see it's pretty low on brick. This is pretty much the only good brick spot, or this is clustered at least. Same goes for the wool. It's also pretty clustered. Um, the ore, this is a good spot obviously, but the two numbers that border this ore, they are not very good. So I'm looking for this one. I like this one because it gives me ore and it gives me wheat. Those synergize. The only thing I really need on my second settlement will be some wool. I'm not sure if I can get some, but I could also go for something else. And I think that's the way to go for me. That's how I like to play at least. Um, I do like this one or this spot as well because it pretty much makes sure that nobody else can get good brick. And we have struggled a lot in past games to get some brick in the early game, but I think overall this was the best spot. It gives me good ore. Somebody else could get this one, but then they have a bad spot with it. That harbor is nice since you want to um, have a balanced income of ore and wheat. So probably if you take this one, you will have good wheat as well. So I checked out, for example, getting this one and getting that one, but this 11 was just too low for that. You could have done it here as well, I guess. But overall, I think I like this spot because it just gives me organic income and I'm not dependent on that harbor. Also, if you would have combined these two spots, you would be very dependent on the 6. And, of course, it can work out if you hit a lot of 6. You can be lucky and, you can have a lot of ore and wheat income, but you also can be unlucky. You're just very dependent. So, in general, you want to split your numbers so you don't want to get double numbers. For example, if I take this one as for my second settlement, I will only have income with a 5, a 9, and a 10. And if I hit one of those, definitely if I get a city, you go over 7 resource cards very fast. So in general, you want to split your numbers and you want to don't put all your eggs in one basket pretty much. So yeah, this one is taken next. I do understand that placement. You get good best brick of the board, almost best lumber of the board. Those synergize very well. That wheat is not very high, but it's a pretty high wheat board, right? So you're pretty likely to get some additional wheat income for your second settlement. So I do like that placement. I'm expecting, where's the wool harbor? Wool harbor is there. So yeah, these are some nice numbers, but they don't synergize very well. Wool and wheat, they can synergize, but you need ore as well. You could get this one and this one maybe, so then you are set up for a good wide strategy because you can build a lot of roads. Well, not a lot of roads. At least this is a balanced income, and you can build settlements, and you'll check out how you get your ore later on. You'll figure that out during the mid game. Are there any cheesing possibilities? I haven't seen one really. So if you want to cheese, you want to get 2 good income tiles of one resource, and you want to get its harbor, and preferably the harbor is close by. So for example, if this was a lumber harbor and you could take this one, that would be a cheesy strategy. At least that's how I call it. You can call it harbor master, but usually I do it when I have to cheese when I'm last in placement. So the red player has to go for a second. Again, he needs some brick with all that lumber, or he needs to go to that lumber harbor. So I'm not sure which one he will take. I guess he could go for this one because he has good lumber income, and then he could maybe go for this one, but this will probably be taken, right? If this is open in the end, I will take this for sure because I still need some wool. Um, this could be a possibility for me on my last placement. That might still be open. This would be decent as well. This one not so much because it would make me too dependent on the 9 of ore, but red goes for that one. I'm not sure if I like it. He has a lot of wheat, a lot of wool, and a lot of ore. Uh, he has a little bit of wool, a lot of wheat, a lot of lumber, but as I said before, you need to try to get synergizing income. So the resources that you get, you must be able to build something with it. And with just wheat and lumber, you cannot build anything. So I think I don't like his setup here. I think so that still works. I think that one was a mistake. This one I like, but I probably would have gone for this one, and I would go for that lumber harbor. So here you also get some ore, so you can synergize that with your wheat. And once you have that lumber harbor, you can trade all your lumber for brick. So you can also use your lumber in a fine way, and you have some wool. So that's probably what I would have done if I were the red player. But well, it's easy to say that in the end, right? Captain Hindsight. So what is still open for us? Obviously these two, but the yellow player and the blue player still need wool income. So I'm sure somebody will take this. And there we go. For us, we could go for this one. It depends a bit. If this is still open, I'm very tempted to take this one and aim my road towards that ore tile, so I have better ore income. And I do have decent lumber income, so I might be able to use that lumber harbor. This one is okay as well, um, but I'm not sure about this one. Doesn't really help me forward. I think it does give me the wool that I need, but not very good wool income. If I get this wool, I have a pretty good setup to buy a lot of development cards, but yeah, there we go. So yellow takes this one, so this makes it more difficult for me. I still could go for that one, but getting better ore, that's not happening. I do not have such good lumber income that this lumber harbor is very valuable for me. So I don't. If this was still open, I would have liked this one, but right now I don't think I like it. So I don't think I have a lot of option. I think I have to go for this one. It does give me an instant development card, which is always nice. If you get lucky, you can really get some very good special development cards. Get a road building card, get a Years of Plenty card, something like that. So if I place my settlement there, which I will, I can aim my road down, and this would still be open, this would still be open, maybe even eventually this, but we don't have any brick income, right? So I'm not sure how far we can expand. And usually when we play tall, and we are playing tall, we are focusing on development cards and cities. Usually we only build 2 settlements. So maybe this one and this one, so we have 4 settlements. Then we go for largest army. That brings us up to 6 victory points, and then we upgrade our city. So that's usually the way we play. We don't hit anything on our first roll, but luckily we did get that instant development card. And we do get a knight. I was kind of hoping for that special development card. But well, yeah, we didn't get it. Oh, and I forgot, I did make a new streaming setup, but I already noticed that I didn't pay attention to the development cards. So it's looking kind of messed up. But well, yeah, we'll figure that out in between our next streams. I do like the game log to be open. I see the yellow player has, yeah, he got that road already. So I think the yellow player will have good setup. His wheat will be a bit low, but maybe he can fix that with that lumber income. Did they hit? What did they hit? A 10. Yeah, I got lumber as well. And we get a 5, so we would need some wool, and we could get another development card. Some brick would be nice as well. Um, I wouldn't like another lumber. So we know blue has 2 wool and 1 brick, 1 lumber, another 2 wool, another lumber. So I think we have a good shot at stealing from blue, but first let's give him a chance to actually trade with us, right? I'll first do a wildcard trade for brick. Maybe somebody's looking for ore, maybe for wheat even. I would take those trades because getting those first roads in, that's really hard if you're playing tall like I am right now. So let's do another wildcard trade for wool. If nobody takes it, I will use my knight because I think I have a decent potential. So I cannot trade my wheat here because I need that wheat for that development card. So I think I have a decent shot. Normally I want to keep my knight to defend my tiles. But I think I have a decent shot at actually stealing something that makes me able to build. So this is blue's only wheat income. I do like it, but red also has another wheat income. But I think this is the best spot to block for blue. I could block his only lumber income, but it's the same. It's a lower number. Red has a secondary income of lumber, so yeah, we'll go for that one. And we do steal the brick, so that's very lucky. But now we have to. Oh, I still have to get used to this new interface. I didn't. I was talking too much, I guess. Okay, let's hope it doesn't get stolen. We can build that road there, and also we don't go over 7. A 9 would get us a city, but it would also get us over 7 cards. But this one, we are going for that settlement first, so we have some more flexibility on the 3-to-1 harbor. It also improves our lumber income that we can use for our second settlement, or our fourth settlement, I guess I should say. But damn, this is not the first time that I ran out of timer. Uh, I guess for some brick I would do it. I don't have good brick income. I do have decent wheat income. But if I give this wheat away, my range on actually hitting that city, hitting that 9, does become smaller. So didn't want to do that. So I don't like it on a new interface that you cannot see what trades the other players are doing. Because I saw, so yeah, we can see blue just gave away 4 wool for 1 brick. And we did get an 11, so we could buy another development card. We could also build a road. We'll see what we will roll ourselves, and then we'll make a decision. Probably I will build a road and a development card. Build a road and buy a development card. Let me get some coffee here. And yeah, red goes for a road there. He kind of messed up himself because he cannot. Maybe he was hoping that this was open, but he could have known that that wouldn't happen. We get an 8, so we don't hit anything. So we will build that road and probably that development card. I like buying a development card here because, ooh, and we get a monopoly. I do have a special development card counter, but I think my development card is in front of it. But let's try to use it at least. I did some work on it yesterday, so I think it should work. There comes the first 7 of the game, I believe. We can check that, obviously. Yeah, 1-7 only. I did like to buy a development card there because if I hit my ore, I get 2 ore anyway. So then I go to 3 ore. We did give away that 1 wheat. So technically our range on hitting a city it did get smaller, but we got, I like to put my resources on the board or in my hand. I don't like to keep my resources in my hand for too long because, a lot of times there's a lot of risk that you will lose them. Yeah, I need some brick and then I will take this. I don't have any organic brick income. I do have some wool income. Yeah, I'm not taking that one. Again, I want to keep 1 ore. 1 wheat for 1 ore didn't make sense to me because now if we hit 1-9 we get that city. And hopefully we can hit it soon enough. Did we get one? Oh yeah, I guess we did. Yeah, we bought 2 development cards already. So yep, we did get one. Again, this doesn't make sense for me, but I guess I will do it if I get some brick. Because for now, this is still my first objective. But I don't want to do it. I want to get a good trade. If I give away my range on hitting a city here, I want to get a good trade in. So I'm really hoping for a 9. That would really help us. Maybe we can snowball a bit. But there comes another 7. So far we haven't been focused upon. Hopefully that continues. I think it might be tempting to block this for me, but maybe they see that I have another development card and they are afraid to block me because I will put it back, but we can see that's not the case, obviously. I like to keep my monopolies for the late game because usually there are a lot more cities. Usually I have a harbor, so if I get a lot of cards for my monopoly, I think that's just a better usage of a monopoly card. So in general, I want to use my monopoly in the late game. There are some instances, maybe if I have a lot of wheat and I know there's a lot of ore in the game, I will use my monopoly in the mid game or the early game even to get 2 cities or something like that. But usually I will keep this monopoly until the late game. If people have a lot of cities, for example, if red gets a city here and a lot of 5 is rolled, maybe a 6 as well, I have that 3-to-1 harbor, I can use it on wheat. So that kind of hurts, but well, that's just the way the game goes. A lot of people were asking for wheat previously, so let's do a wildcard trade and see if somebody wants to do it. I don't have any interest in that ore. Again, I would do it for brick, so let's try that. And I find it hard to focus the game log. I still have to get used to it and to follow all the resources. Normally I knew better who had what resources, who had which resources, I guess you'd say. Normally I knew that better. So only 1-6, so we got blocked on that 9. I guess in this case I will take it because this will give me 3 ore. And our ore is blocked, so that's why I chose to do this. And it's a pretty high wheat game, wheat board, right? So I'm not expecting to get, very good trades for the wheat that I have, because the other players have decent income of wheat, except for the yellow player. But I think that was a decent trade. So that's a good roll for blue. He just built that settlement and he got a settlement there. So he does have 2 brick. Maybe we can trade with him, but we don't really have anything to offer right now. Hitting at 10 would be nice, but we still need to get that 1 brick. Maybe at some point we can trade it with yellow. I don't think yellow did hit that 8. In the early game he did hit it, but later on he didn't. But at some point it makes sense for me to trade wheat with the yellow player. So let's roll here. Ooh, we get another 9. So that, again, that hurts. We are hoping for a 7. We did not get a knight to defend. We did decide to use our knight in the early game to steal from blue. We did get that road out of it, but now here you can see how strong it is to have a knight in the early game. So make sure you hit those resources, because the early game resources that you hit them, those are very important. So these numbers, this graph is way more important than the late game numbers, because if you hit them in the early game, you can snowball a bit. So you can get an early city, for example, or you can get up to a good three tile spot that's still left, or a good 2 tile spot. So, and then you have better income early on. So hitting those early game numbers is more important than hitting those late game numbers. Blue did get a lot of brick the last few rounds. Again, I am in range of getting a city if I hit a 5. I could also buy a development card. If I had lumber, I would offer him a trade, but in this case I only would give away my wool, but he got 2 wool as well. So we know he has 4 brick, 2 wool. That's what he has, so I don't think we have anything to offer for it. Maybe I'll do 1 ore for a brick and for 2 brick if he wants to do that, but I don't really see why he wants to do that. And red gets his first settlement up, so everyone got a settlement up except us. But you know that's to be expected since we are playing a tall game, and the sixes are being rolled right now. Um, so blue does have some wheat. Let's see if he maybe if we maybe can trade with him, but I don't really see it happening. Maybe the red player also got wheat, I believe, but they are all saying no. Let's see what blue wants for that brick. Maybe um, I'm not sure what I will do here. I'm expecting another seven, you know, around around this time. So I'm passing the game since I still have a decent range on getting my city. So I'm hoping for a 5, and yeah, there goes that 7. So I was thinking about buying a development card, getting a knight to make sure this is open, but I was hoping for a 7 since a 7 hadn't been rolled in a while. I was hoping for that 7. So that's cool. Now we need a 5. If we hit a 9, we go up to 7. We get that 5, so we do have that city in our hand. We will build it here so we can snowball and we can build more cities. I don't want to give my city away, but I would give some wool away for a brick. But as I said before, we know the blue player has a lot of wool already, so it doesn't really make sense for him to take this trade. He does have a 3-to-1 harbor, so maybe he wanted to do it, but he went for a development card and he already bought 2. But yeah, I normally I would have seen this immediately, but the animations when people trade go up. You don't really see it. You don't see cards. You only see the symbol of the resource. Damn, let me close my window here because that's a lot of noise. We did hit another 5. We went up to 7. So hopefully, okay, we are the last one to roll. So we cannot lose our cards. So we do have that 7. That's a decent start of the game. I have to keep an eye out for blue because he's showing that he wants to compete on largest army. And he kind of has a setup for it, but his ore income is a bit low. The yellow player also has a decent setup for it, but his wheat is too low. But he does have a harbor, as does blue. But we have the best organic setup for largest army. So let's hope that we can get it. I'm happy with that quick city. Maybe if we hit a 5, we can offer that wheat for a brick. Oh, and this is a good one right after the city. So we're looking for some brick. Possibly we can trade 1 lumber for a brick. Since blue has a lot of brick, definitely now. So he has a lot of brick and he only has 1 lumber. So hopefully he offers a trade before he trades with the bank. And yeah, I would take this, but I think I might be able to get a bit more out of it. You know, if somebody asks something for me, I always ask something extra, but sometimes it's, oh no, that, maybe it's too greedy. That was so stupid. I wanted to ask a womb, obviously. I did not want to give a womb away. Damn, we would have gotten that settlement. Lol. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's good that we're not playing too many games today. I'm in a hurry. I need to go to work in 1 hour or something. I need to be away. So maybe it's good since I'm messing up. So we do get a Years of Plenty as well. I don't think my development card counter is working so far. But let me get that up. So we did get a Years of Plenty. I did press the short key, yeah, but I'm not sure if it's working, so I have to check that out after the stream. Well, later this week probably. And damn, this was definitely a mistake. We gave away our wool there for free. So you're welcome, blue. We didn't hit the 11. Damn, man, this was such a big mistake. And we don't have good wool income, so damn. We do get a 9. That does give us 3 ore. That's always nice to have this setup, to have a settlement and a city on 1 ore tile. Because if we had a 9 and a 5, we get a city. But we did get up to 6. So hopefully somebody's looking for ore and has some wool for us. We can get that settlement up. But damn, what a stupid mistake, man. Yeah, if you give me some wool, This would be a very good trade for me, but I'm not sure what he's looking for. We do know that he has, you know, quite a bit of wool. No, I want my wool back from you. That was a mistake. One ore for one wool. That's reasonable. You don't have very good ore income. You want to buy development cards, it seems, so just take it. Okay, cool. Well, that did cost us a lot, but now we do have that settlement right now, so I'm happy with it. We did give away our range on getting a city there. So if we didn't give away that wound, we would have had that settlement right now. We still would have had 3 ore, and all we needed was 1-5, and we would get another city. So yeah, I definitely messed up there. But it's still, yeah, I'm still a bit quirky with the new interface with Catan 2.0. So let's just blame it on that and not blame it on my my own stupidity. I guess it was a combination of that. But I still think we have a decent shot at this game. I don't think it's over. Definitely not. But we did, you know, waste some time there. And you want to. I'd say I believe that winning Catan games, or you know, the goal, the objective of a Catan game is to get to 10 victory points, obviously, and you have to do that as efficiently as possible. And what I just said, I could have had this settlement already. I would have been in range on getting another city if I hit my 5, and now I had to give that away, and I'm a complete round behind. I also don't have that 3-1 harbor, so yeah, that was a big mistake. It was a misclick, obviously, so I didn't meant to do that, and I think he would have. There would have been a good shot at him actually giving that wound, since we knew we had a lot of wound. Oh, so we do get a 9 again. That's fine, but we do go over 7. We can give all that wheat away and still be able to build that settlement, but let's hope we don't roll a 7 and play ourselves there. That would suck, but that's just the way it is. At least we did get back our range for a city. A 5 would be amazing, but I'm expecting a 7. So red is probably going for that settlement. Maybe he wants to get a longest road, but he's probably going for that settlement. That's okay. We can still go for this one. Preferably I get some wound, but ooh, and there we go. We roll a 7 ourselves. So you can see that one small mistake, how many consequences it had. Because if I already had built that settlement there, I obviously didn't go over 7 here. And I would have gotten a lot of ore, so yeah, that sucks, but it's just the way it is. Can we steal some brick from someone? Let me check here. 2 brick for 1 wheat, 2 brick for 1 wheat. 1 brick, 1 wool. I believe the yellow player still has some bricks, so we'll try to steal from yellow. Does this make sense? This kind of makes sense because they are both have decent setup for largest army. We want to get largest army, so if we block their wool income, at least our primary wool income, we kind of slow their their largest army down. So that's the idea behind that. But damn, that one misclick, all the consequences it has. It. At least is very interesting to see, and hopefully we will learn from it. Yeah, I'm making an excuse that the interface is the problem, but the interface for trading didn't change, right? So that was just a mistake. Yeah, and that will happen. I don't have any wheat. My ore got blocked again, so it kind of sucks that we get a 7 there, but the yellow player immediately rolls a 7 right after it, and we get blocked. So this is usually why you don't block someone who has a development card. I did there, so that was a mistake. But well, yeah. Maybe at some point we could do a sneaky longest road. But yeah, again, we don't have any brick income. But as of now, we could do that. But red only needs 1 road, and he will do that, and he will get longest road. So if we get a road building card, maybe, but otherwise, I don't see it happening. So I'm uncertain why the development card counter isn't working. So let me check. Let me try something here. No, that doesn't help. So yeah, we have to just okay. So we got robbed of everything we have. We got to try. We got to do some testing later on with the development card counter. You should see. You do see for the three development cards there. The three special development cards. The Monopoly card around here. The This is the road building card, yeah, and the Years of Plenty card. And usually I keep count of what is played and what I have in my hand, so I know what odds I have on getting victory points, on getting special development cards. The knights, there is a knight counter already, right? So yeah, we do get a 5, and again we have range for a city, so hopefully we get a 9. We did get quite a few 9s in this game, but we got blocked at least twice, maybe 3 times. I'm not sure. But it would be nice to hit a 9 right now and get another city up. So red picks up longest road there. I understand he wants to build that settlement, but hopefully it does get a target on his back. That would be nice. Oh, and we roll a 10, so we've been blocked a lot this game. But, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. We can do a wild card trade for a wheat here. Maybe somebody's looking for it. You never know. Let's try it. Because I want to do something, preferably. A wool. I would do it for a wool and a wheat. So are you willing to do that? Yellow. He is right after me. So if a player is right after you, he's more likely to take a trade like this. Because it would get him. Maybe he really needs... well, in this case, not right, but maybe he really needs wheat for a settlement that he wants to build, and then he could take those trades. He gets 8. That's a very good number for him. Let's see. I'm not sure what's in the chat. So yeah, it's a reasonable graph so far. We did get pretty lucky with that 5. I'll be honest. No, yeah, I would do this, but nothing else. If I give my range on hitting that city away, again, if I give 1 wheat away, now the only thing I need for a city is 1 9 and I get the city. If I give 1 wheat away, I need a 5 and a 9. So my range, my chance on actually hitting that number before I get it, it will be lower. So the only way I'm giving away wheat is if I get a development card in my hand. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for me. So the yellow player, I mean, he did lose his connection here. I'm not sure where the kick timer has been. There used to be a kick timer if somebody lost connection, but it's showing up that he lost connection there. I don't like it on the new interface that you see a little white dot here, so it's showing up like there is a new message, it seems, but it's the same message every time, so don't really like that. And again, there is no kick timer, there is no this timer isn't running over, isn't progressing, so I'm not sure what's happening. So I'll type in chat, what's up? Maybe another player knows. This is not good since we don't have a lot of time today. I was hoping to get 2 games in, but if stuff like this keeps happening, I'm not sure if that's possible. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's okay, I guess. You know, if you have a kick timer, at least you have something to look forward to. You know, at some point the game will continue, but like this, I'm not sure if this is a bug or a glitch. That would be typical, I guess, for Catan. They get an update and they get a glitch. Well, so we do hit that city, that's cool. I understand if you implement a major update, there will be some bugs, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen a kick timer in this new update at all. So blue is kind of making a move for longest road, but he might also just be improving his brick income since he has that brick harbor. But I would be okay with him going for longest road and leaving largest army alone. But he could have a lot of victory points. That would suck, but well, yeah, that's just the way it is. And the yellow player did leave here, so yeah, I guess he had problems with his connection. Ooh, and all those 6s that they don't, all those 6 that doesn't help us. It's a good number for all the other players, but not for us. At least we got our second city here. Um, but I think that one mistake you could see, maybe you could see that was a kind of a negative snowball, you could call it, I guess. That one mistake, how much it did cost me. No, I don't want to do that, but since you're an AI, I'll try to get a good trade out of you. Okay, this is good for us. The AI, he probably will not win. We win from him anyway if you look at it on an ELO standpoint. So even if he has more victory points than us, we beat him on the ELO ranking. So it would be nice if he gets the settlement up here before blue. No, but some brick and I would do it, or some wool I would do it as well. Okay, so that's cool. So we gave the AI a city there, but again, we have a development card in our hand. We still want to get largest army eventually, and we should pay attention to the blue player because he's at 5. He could have 7. He could have 7 victory points. He isn't using those. Um, I know he isn't blocked here. That's true, but you would expect if somebody has these so long, you at least have to expect. You pretty much always have to expect that he has 2 victory points. So he could be up to 7. If he steals longest road from red and he's close to it, he gets up to 9. So 1 road, 1 settlement, he could be done. So we kind of want to make a run for largest army if that's possible at all. And we also want to use our monopoly card eventually, right? I prefer to do it on a different occasion, but maybe we have to do it here. What has been rolled this turn? I kind of want to use my monopoly here because I want to use this knight next round. I want to buy another development card next round so I can get largest army in 2 rounds. So I kind of have to use my monopoly here even though I don't want to do it. How likely is it that blue has these victory points? Because I don't think there's a good there's a good option to steal. I guess there's a decent amount of brick in the game, decent amount of wheat as well. But I need to, if I want to win this game, I need to gamble a bit. And I want to, if I get a monopoly, I want to have another resource that for example, now I got all this wheat. If a 6 is being rolled, we can use this monopoly to get another city, get another victory point at least. So that's what we were thinking. No, I don't have lumber for you, but I do want to do this. You never know with an AI. I always try to do stuff like this with the AI. If at least I do it, because the other players might do it. So this would have been a good roll for us, but we only can use that knight, next time. And we did get a bit unlucky with the 7s, and with that I mean with the timing of the 7. So I think we've only been blocked, I think 3 times. So out of the 6. So let's see here if blue finishes, and we were correct because he could finish. Did he call it? He didn't call it, but he could be at 9 points or maybe even at 8. So yeah, we really want to make a hurry here. I think we are at least beating the other 2 players, so there's no rush to getting another victory point, I guess. And we still can try to focus on the first place, and we don't have to focus on second place as long as, maybe the yellow player could build, so the red player goes up to 4, the AI, the yellow player could go up to 5 next round, so we'll see what we get. Ooh, and should have used my knight obviously there before rolling. But I'm afraid that the blue player is very close at winning the game here. So what does the blue player have? Two wool. He has some brick. Settlement to a city. So probably no wheat. So we know he has a decent amount of wool and brick. So do we use our... I'm not sure how many wheat is in the game actually. I don't see a lot of it here. So I think I will use my knight. And I'm still hoping that the AI will not. If the AI builds a settlement, that's good for us, I guess, because then blue is less likely to finish, because he needs a settlement there. He has a lot of brick and wool, so I don't think he will build a city. So if the AI gets up to 5 points, I don't think blue will finish. So I'm stealing from blue here, and I think if he hits that 4, that gives him so much flexibility. So that's why and I was hoping for that. I have to hurry up a bit here before I before I missed timer again. Hopefully we get a knight. Okay, so we can next round at least get largest army, and we are hoping that blue will not finish here. Ooh, but the AI didn't do anything. So if blue finishes, okay. So that's good for us. He plays a knight. That means he doesn't have victory points. So that means he isn't finishing this round. That means we can get largest army next round, and hopefully we can use that monopoly right after. And I think we are pretty certain to at least get a second place here, and hopefully we can still compete for the first place. But you know that that mistake that we gave that wound away, that really hurt us. It was just a small mistake, one small misclick, but you can see all the consequences it had later on. So I guess that was kind of a negative snowball. Let's use my knight this time actually before you placing it on that ore. We do know blue has one more development card. He did use it once he got blocked, but since we are only focusing on blue here, what do we do? Let's see if we can get something we want. I would like some wheat, because then I get up to 2 wheat, and we can get we have a better range on getting a city. What did red do? So we know we have a 33% chance on stealing wheat from the red player. What else does he have? That lumber he gave away. What else does red have? I think we have a good shot at if we steal from red here, and I would also like to mess a bit with yellow, but there's no option for that. Okay. Ooh, a 9 would have been nice there. We do get a 10, and we'll have to gamble here. I'm hoping that blue doesn't. Since blue kept that knight that he had, we don't know if this is a knight or a victory point. But since he only used it when we blocked him, I really wanted this 9 to be open. Since we are going for a city here, we are hoping for a 9. I really wanted this 9 to remain open. So that's why I didn't block blue there, because he might use a knight that he has. And now he has a bit less incentive to use a knight, because he's not blocked. So that's why I chose to do it like that. But he could very well be at 9, he gets a city, and he wins the game. But I think we did our best to go for first place here. We at least made sure we got second place, and that one mistake on that trade. So yeah, he goes 6 brick for 3 ore. He probably will build a city and finish the game here. So I think it's GG. Yep, it is. I don't think if we stole from him it made a big difference. He had 13 resource cards, I think, in the end. On that one mistake on that wound that we gave away, that was a real big mistake. It was a misclick, obviously, so shit happens. That's okay. We do get 1.5 elo.